It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. Taken in at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Play action. Flacco. And incomplete to open things up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Well, so much for the first down.
And they could have, would have, should have had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. This goes to the tight end, Aaron Sauber. There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on second down. Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Behind the chain, second and 12. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. The kick by McManus is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a first and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Hamilton drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Oh, he fakes a spike. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 21 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Odell Beckham Jr., 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Ravens able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened Because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 28-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wilson. Pass incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the side.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call. Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 54 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
4th down now after a loss of 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Here's Beckham. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st down, Flacco. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Beckham the return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is... And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This is over. So the 2nd down run getting rough. They really get on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here on the goal line.
Yeah, it almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
4 yards remain for second down. Another run here with Dobbins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's a